apologies for, are we on?
Yes,
Apologies for what's up, that's called the Zoom bomb, which we have no control over. It's, yeah. Very unfortunate that happened.
were we done with the drainage?
I believe so.
Motion to adjourn as drainage trustee.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Okay, now we'll convene as Board of Supervisors. Approve tentative agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the tentative agenda as is.
All in favor? All ayes. Would you read our minutes from the last meeting, please?
February 24th, 2025, the Board of Supervisors met drainage district trustees to view the minutes from the drainage meeting, see the drainage district minutes on the county website. Chairman Pro Tem Clues called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9:02 a.m. Members present were Clues, Bosch, Luke, and Ellis, with Rasmussen present via Zoom. Motion by Bosch and second by Luke to approve
agenda, motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of February 18, 2025 were read and approved. Approved claims for payment. In open forum for public input, Eric Rector, Wright County Conservation Director, informed the board that the cooperating partner that received $1 million grant for development and construction of nitrogen wetland, reducing wetlands. But due to unwilling landowners, the cooperating partner had to take that back. He also explained that we had to turn down $100,000 on habitat stamps due to a land acquisition. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Ellis, to approve a liquor license for Nine and Dine in Eagle Grove pending DRAM. Motion carries. The board discussed the county health insurance. Bob Powers with Paradigm Benefits recommended that the county stay with the ISAC Plan 11C, which is a PPO plan, rather than switching to a POS plan. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes, to proceed with health insurance ISAC Plan 11C with Assured Partners for fiscal year 2026. Motion carries. Amanda Meyer, Wright County Auditor, requested Deb Nessheim be appointed Deputy Auditor. Motion by Clues, second by Rasmussen, to approve the auditor's appointment of Deb Nessheim as Deputy. Motion carries. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, gave an update on secondary roads department and the current bridge construction. Motion by Ellis, second by Bosch, to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Any additions or corrections? If not, they stand approved.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, she's going to make the changes
the
to
corrections,
conservation.
yes.
Then you'll
Approved is read though.
approved as read, and you'll sign it when she makes
Yes,
a
sir.
new one. Claims have been around. Open forum for the public.
Let's see. Good morning, everybody. I'm here from Wright County Search and Rescue. Who's not on the right? Tony Olson. So I've been on the search and rescue for 30 years. I'm retiring at the end of this month or end of this year, and Tony has taken over. We're here to ask for a little bit of money. We're trying to get rust on our buckles, our helmets, which means we have to throw these away. We have 16 helmets. We currently have 8 numbers right now, but also we need 2 of our Mustang suits are leaking. And we need 2 more of our Swiftwater suits. When we initially got our gear, we got for four bags, but only have 4 2 suits. We need 2 more suits to finish those out. So that's what we're looking for. We want to go through the charitable grant, Wright County Charitable Foundation this fall. That's obviously made that. That's something to take it off. So.
So you're looking for matching funds. We'd like to be able to apply for the charitable foundation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll say that.
Okay.
So, in the budget, we have, a fund called Wright County Search and Rescue.
Mhm.
And currently there's $3,114 in that fund.
Yeah.
And so, we just need to have like an invoice and we'll be able to, pay for what you'll need.
Okay,
And you do have a grant application in already now?
no, we don't.
And so that'll be next year then, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, how much do you think it's gonna cost the total?
Well, the Mustang suits are $800 a piece. The water suits, I think, are $600 a piece. And then the helmets range from $80 to $130. Not all of the helmets have rust on them, but I'd say it's around half of them.
Mhm. Okay. So,
And obviously, we probably won't get enough money for everything we want. I just want to leave them in a good place for when I'm not here.
right. So would it be possible to do, this after July 1?
Mhm.
Because we don't have any money budgeted for expenditures in this fiscal year, but we can still put it in for next fiscal year,
Yep, absolutely.
okay?
Whatever we get, we'd appreciate.
Well, in all honesty, the Wright County Search and Rescue is your monies, so, and I think it came from, if I remember correct, donations and contributions from
Yes,
the
and
community.
I just didn't
members.
want to take it all and leave them with nothing when I.
Right. So, perfect,
We had a rescue over by Eagle Grove where we stuck around and helped the tow truck get the vehicle out of the water, and they turned in insurance, we got some extra money for that too. A little bit of that.
okay.
Thank you for your time served.
No.
Done a great job with
Appreciate
it.
Right.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Bill, you too.
Dan?
Just like to visit with you about the pushing gravel into the ditch. I talked to Rick, I talked to Adam. And it just seems to me like it's pretty excessive. I think we're pushing a lot of product down in the ditch that doesn't need to be there. We're already trying to clean the ditches out, I thought. Another concern I have is the weed pressure that's gonna be in all that bare dirt along the edge of the road. Gonna be a constant mowing or spraying or something to clean that up. Looks to me like there's piles on most every field driveway that we're gonna have to deal with, either us level them or you guys coming out as the county and doing it. There's concern about water drainage in my, after looking at it, a lot of intakes have dirt around them. There's dirt in the bottom of the ditch, which is not gonna let the water flow. So just want you guys to be aware of it, that, and Adam said, you know, it's and I understand why they want to do it, to get the drainage off of the road, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot more work than the gain they're gonna see from it, so. I just wanted to discuss it. I don't know, I was in talking to Adam on Thursday morning, and while I was in talking, they were out doing more miles of it. And it's just excessive to me, so that's my opinion.
We're reviewing the process. Obviously, the benefit is to get the water off the road. I mean, water is our number one enemy for the roadways and shoulders. I think the most that we're putting in the ditch is not much gravel. It's mainly soil, from the curb and gutter that's been created. So we're reviewing that process and seeing if we can do something different. If we have to windrow it and pick it up, I'll windrow it and pick it up. We'll spend the money that way. So.
And that's the thing I would try as a observer would say, let's try to save the money and not spend more money cleaning it out when it's not. I think the curb situation is because of excessive digging on that edge of the road to get that gravel up.
And we've reviewed the cross slopes in that area specifically and had everybody, like I said, last year, reviewed all their cross slopes, and I had the guys go review. Not all those roads miles that he did were excessive, cross slopes. They were from 4 to 6%, like we try to keep it. So there is also push out of traffic that's getting those shoulders wider. So we're reviewing it. We'll make the necessary changes or adjustments.
It's only in one section.
No, the entire county did it.
Okay.
And that's another concern, you know, if you have a few miles of it, maybe try it and see how it works. Rather than,
We've done it before. We had Scott Beecher was in the northeast of Eagle Grove, and he did it every year. And didn't have any complaints or any issues. So this isn't just a off the cuff thing. We've done it before.
I just think it's excessive. Why do we want dirt in the ditch? We want it up on the road top. Or somewhere in there. Pull that material onto the road surface, somewhere or another.
And that's.
And I think you guys,
Yeah.
if you haven't been out driving around, you need to go look. Cause it's,
Cause I've seen it both ways on the gravel roads where you pull it in and then you get the big dirt clods with the grass and stuff on it. And then I was auditor at that time, and then I got the phone call of, they weren't happy, and then, I went out and looked at it, and it was big clumps, but I said, well, where do you want it to go? And he said, well, not on the side of the road. Well, you can't, if you roll it in the ditch, people aren't happy. If you bring it in and then you try to let it dry out and then level it. It's a tough one. There's gotta be a fine medium. And I think, didn't you have then like a roller or like a disc blade that you would go?
Yeah,
and-
we have that also, so,
And then
but it's,
level it. It's,
this time of year, I mean, we were only taking anywhere from 6 to 12 inches off that side of that road right now.
okay.
So try and just peel that off to allow the spring.
I mean, there's areas where there's 6 feet of bare dirt.
I agree with you on that they
The slope.
over sloped it.
Right.
We reviewed that with that operator.
And that's all sod.
And like I said, if you have any issues with, weeds that you see, you let me know. We have 2 guys that can spray.
There's a lot of time in the summer you can't be spraying them. Certain products.
Understand, my guys are trained to do so. So,
That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Dan.
And I appreciate everybody looking at it. Thank you.
Anyone else from the public? Now we'll move on. Review and act on funding request from Belmont Area Arts Center. They're requesting, to come out during the power show event and water roads to help keep dust control, which they usually take care of with their fire department. They're requesting $2,000 to help cover fire department's cost of water and expenses.
I think if my memory serves me, we've done $1,500 in the past.
Yes, we have.
We will consider that request.
Yeah.
You like, you wanna do the 1,500 again then?
That would be my recommendation.
For $1,500 for the Belmont Area Arts Center.
Second. Or
We had a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all ayes. Review and act on appointment of Woolstock Township trustee.
Just a little backstory on that. They are appointing Corey Anderson, who was previously a township trustee, but did not get his paperwork in on time for the election. So he was not elected in, so that they had a vacant trustee position, so
So he'll take that position.
they are appointing him to fulfill the term.
Motion to approve the appointment of Corey Anderson as township trustee for Woolstock Township.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. View and act on resolution 2025-10 compensation schedule for elected officials. And this is, the compensation board met on January 9th. Made the following salary recommendations for elected officials for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025. They made the recommendation of a proposed 3% increase for everybody, but the supervisors 0%. So we just need to approve this resolution.
Well,
Keep reading.
but the resolution,
Therefore, the Wright County Board of Supervisors approves the following salary adjustments for the following elected officials of fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025. Auditor 2%, county attorney 2%, recorder 2%, sheriff 2%, supervisors 0%, and treasurers 2%.
motion to approve resolution 2025-10.
I'll second.
Glenn, how do you vote?
Yes.
Betty?
Yep.
Ashley?
Aye.
Dean?
Aye.
Rick? Aye. All ayes. Set the date for the proposed property tax levy for April 7th, 2025 at 9 p.m.
So
9 p.m., 9 a.m.
9 a.m. We're gonna do a
Long day,
nighttime one.
long day.
I probably won't be awake.
So what this is going to be is, there will be a letter that will be mailed out, by March 15th, I believe, so. And it'll be just a hearing on the tax levy, not on the budget. After the public hearing on the tax levy, then there'll be another hearing on the budget. So like I was talking to Rod Hayden, we can still add, the,
Search and rescue.
search and rescue dollars to the budget.
Good.
And we can still review all of the numbers. I believe the auditor's office did a great job at doing the changes that we had requested. And so, and I didn't get through all of them this week, the budgets, but so.
And the date for the proposed property tax levy, the letter that goes out for that is that the letter that we're trying to
Get rid of.
get rid of?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's the confusion letter, I call it. Okay, very good. That's what I needed to know.
So I'll make a motion to set the dates of the proposed property tax levy for April 7th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Second,
Any more discussion? Betty? Is this motion? All in favor?
aye,
All ayes. That ain't quite 9:30 yet. We'll go down to number 14. Review and act on resolution 2025.
Can't do that.
do that one until after the hearing.
Okay. Adam, can you do a few things?
Yep. So resolution 2025-11, establishment of integrated roadside vegetation management plan. We had already, made a motion and voted on a IRVM program. But the long range or the Living Roadside Trust Fund, wanted us to put this resolution in front of you to solidify it. So this is kind of just a procedural thing for them, so.
Because we did that on the January 2nd, right?
Yes,
Correct.
that's correct.
Motion to approve resolution 2025-11, the establishment of an integrated roadside vegetative management plan.
I'll second.
Okay.
And this would make it us eligible to
Yeah.
apply for the,
Right.
Living Roadside Trust Fund.
the
grant.
grant, the cedar, right? Is
Yeah.
that right? That's what we're looking
As a
at.
right, yeah.
The cedar.
Betty, how do you vote?
Aye.
Dean?
Aye,
Ashley?
Aye.
Lynn?
Aye.
Aye. All ayes.
Sorry.
Next item is the resolution 2025-12, resolution for road vacation, setting a public hearing for road vacation. So we had a gentleman call in, we've had this Youngblood Avenue between sections 1 and 2 of, T 92 R 23, which would be Iowa Township. And the road has essentially been closed, for a while since the bridge has been, completed, for its useful life. So they had, one of the landowners called in and said, hey, I have a work order, but we're looking at, would you guys just be interested in vacating the road? So, putting this before you guys, we contacted most of the landowners or all the landowners. The one person did say that they're not too happy about adding 1 acre to their tax, bill, but I mean, but you get the whole road, you get all the gravel on it, and you can do what you want, it's your land. So I'll just need a approval setting the public hearing for March 17th at 9:30.
And is that the proper terminology of vacation, or should it be closure?
Nope, if we close it, we still own it.
Okay,
So what we'll do is we'll vacate it.
return it back.
We won't have the easement on it anymore.
Okay.
So what we'll do, and then I was telling Dean this morning, because he had a couple questions about it. We do have a work order that person called in about that we will take care of before this, if it does get approved. Obviously, if it doesn't, we'll still take care of it. But if the road vacation goes through, we'll take care of that one work order. It's an intake work, and then we'll also remove the bridge. Because that bridge is an asset, not just an easement. So we'll remove the bridge, make a nice swale for people to go down to the drainage portion of that, like we did on Up to Graph, if you remember that.
What kind of a bridge is that?
I think it's I want to say it's a crossing, like a under 20 footer. So I go back and look
Is it
at it.
wood structure? You don't know.
I want to say it's a double T concrete. So but I'll review that and get back.
So you'll take that out.
We'll take it out and just make the abutments kind of swale down. So it's, if somebody has to go through there, they can still go through
I
it.
can still go through it.
Yeah.
Bridge. versus-
No, we won't be able to.
If it's concrete, it would have to be broke up.
Yeah. So, but we'll take a look at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is only setting the public hearing.
This is setting the public hearing. So what we'll do next is we'll send out a certified letter to all the landowners, the DOT, all of the utilities that are adjacent to that road, letting them know that the public hearing will be March 17th at 9:30.
I would make a motion to approve resolution 2025-12, a resolution for road vacation public hearing.
I will second.
Any more discussion? Ashley, how do
Aye.
you vote? Dean,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Betty,
Aye.
aye, all ayes.
And again, just for the public, that's scheduled for March 17th at 9:30. At the courthouse, in the boardroom right here.
Rick, I updated you.
Oh, did you update it? Okay,
Yes, and they're in Rick's folder.
okay.
So we'll.
Rick? Yeah, sign afterwards. That worked. Thank you. So a quick update, blades are out working, obviously relieving some of the future water issues. We discussed that this morning. Spot blading, still very hard in most places, but where they can, they'll try to get that taken care of. Trucks are still hauling the riprap from Sandstone in Eagle Grove. That's becoming a very big pile for us, so it's good that we have options for riprap and then also crushing it in the future. I've already been contacted by one of the crushers, Sadler Construction, that's right next door, once he saw us bringing it in, because he did the first mile for us. So he's interested in coming in and crushing it for us. So trucks are also out cold patching, and then we also completed 15 work orders last week, as you can see they're attached. So any questions?
Oh,
That's all I have.
thank you.
Okay.
Weather forecast.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get with Jerica and the sheriff and see if we needed to plan maybe a Wednesday morning meeting. Possibly, just with the board, and if we need to do anything with the courthouse. So, but that'll be probably a game time decision Tuesday afternoon, and set up a Zoom call or just a phone call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 9:30. We'll hold a budget amendment hearing on the Wright County budget for fiscal year 2024-2025.
Motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Anyone by any,
You have a motion and a second on the floor. I'll call the question.
we have have a motion second, all in favor,
Aye.
all ayes. You get any letters or calls? Anybody?
On the budget amendment, this is the first one for the fiscal year 24, current fiscal year we're in. The total, expenses was reduced on this budget amendment by $533,518. Then also the revenues were increased by $377,370. So, the biggest two decreases was the engineers, secondary roads, and also conservation.
Just saying, obviously, we're the responsible,
Well, it wasn't in-
But are you number one or two?
It was your conservation reserve.
just
so-
saying, obviously, we're the responsible offices.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor,
Aye.
all ayes.
Motion to approve resolution 2025-09, the budget amendment.
I'll second.
All in favor,
No,
excuse me, Betty,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Ashley,
Aye.
Dean,
aye.
aye, all ayes. Any old business? Any new business? Meetings?
CICS meeting on Thursday, and Betty sat in on that as well, Zoom meeting. Just learning more about how this transition's gonna work.
How is your confidence boosted, or are you still a lot of questions?
They use such alphabet soup terminology, and so sometimes you're still trying to process what group they're talking about when they start talking about the IPCA and the ASOs and all of that, and you're just like, ooh.
ASO is IPCA.
Yeah.
It's like learning a
That's
new
what it is.
language, so.
Iowa Physician Association is the ASO for that.
Correct. So, it's gonna move, it's gonna happen July 1. And so, and I have the contract for a mental health advocate. I'd like to have permission to have our, county attorney review it. And see exactly who is the holder of those records. I'm still kind of leery that I don't believe that the Wright County needs to sign off on the advocates, because we don't hold those records. The auditor's office doesn't hold those records. And so just need to review the contract and the agreement, and if anything, maybe we sign off and let Humboldt County be the one, since they're the fiscal agent for that. Advocate.
And ultimately, those records, are they held at CICS?
On Thursday, they said no.
No. So are they, who has the computer system that when the advocate
The state.
enters something into them? So then, to me, it's, why are we even,
It's
Right.
CSN, and the advocate keys in all of their information into CSN. CSN, I believe, is the Community Service Network, which is the state
okay,
system. And so essentially, we have to release the records because of HIPAA and the information that's held there, that the mental health advocate keys in. And,
I mean,
it's
this,
just-
For the state to have for this transition.
Mhm,
this-
right, right.
But the state,
and I get that, but the state has it already. And so why are they coming and asking us for permission to do something with information that they already have? They have the information. We aren't releasing anything new to them.
HIPAA.
I understand HIPAA. They have the information.
Right.
They're the ones who need to authorize transferring it to the ASO so that now they can utilize it, I think is
I think that's why we want
what's
to
happening
get
here.
Eric's opinion.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'm good with getting Eric's
Okay.
opinion.
I'll get that sent out to him then.
Um,
And hopefully the Attorneys Association has discussed this, because it's a statewide thing.
Right.
And hopefully that he'll have some background on it.
I had a Midas board meeting on Wednesday, and then I had a CFR meeting on Thursday. I had a building families meeting on Monday afternoon, and the whole HHS is that whole transition is really throwing the building families programs. They're taking away all the funding for 3-year-old preschool, 3-year-old. There's funding that we give that through grants and stuff that is not gonna be available, and they really don't have a plan other than to take all of those monies currently and shift those to 4-year-old preschool and up. So nothing for any of the adolescents, if you will. I know McKinley Bailey was down at the State House and had conversations with Thompson, Governor Thompson, concerning this. But there's a lot of confusion about how this is going to transition and what it's going to do to programs that are currently in place. This wasn't supposed to happen until next year,
Mhm.
but all of a sudden it's happening this year too.
Wow. And for clarification, Building Families is, Wright County is the fiscal agent
Right.
for the Building Families program.
Right.
And so, and it's grant funded, so whatever monies that he can get in grants to fund his program. So if HHS starts cutting grants, that program might not be available, he might have to go to a part-time, or he has to, you know,
Exactly.
or, and I know, I think, another program, they just hired somebody,
That was to replace Tiffany.
So yeah, it's not something that it's coming from county taxpayer. It's
Exactly.
100% grant
Exactly.
funded.
Process of writing a grant to possibly cover the parent connection through a different grant.
Mhm.
Good.
So that's due next Tuesday, so cross your fingers that I'm getting all my.
I had Central Iowa detention Friday. We're still working on figuring out the 28E agreement that seems to be screwed up. I also got, UDMO today, Zoom at 10:30 on their Head Start program.
Attended the safety meeting on Thursday. We reviewed policies for first aid and office safety. And we're looking at, since we put the outlets out on the lawn, that we're looking at, rules of use for the courthouse grounds.
Anything else before the board?
I think that the CDC thing, so. It's very important.
Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Hi.
All ayes.